The last 2 years have been incredibly difficult for the music industry all around the world, but especially for upcoming artists who might not have access to the same resources and opportunities as more established musicians. So to celebrate the importance of supporting upcoming and local artists, this year at the Prospect Music Award we're showcasing more British artists than ever before. With genres never included in Prospect history, this really is our most diverse lineup yet. And as always, you guys get to make the decision on who makes the top 10 and who is our eventual winner of the Prospect Music Award 2022. So make sure you stick around until the end of the video to find out exactly how and where to vote. From underground rap to hell-raising metal, here are the 25 nominees for the Prospect Music Award 2022. Griff. Breakthrough singer-songwriter Griff went from being relatively unknown to pop starlet in just 12 months. After scooping the Brit Award for Rising Star, one of the youngest winners ever at age just 20, she released her debut mixtape, One Foot in Front of the Other, to critical and commercial success. She came in 5th place on the BBC Sound of 2021 list and performed a stunning live version of her song One Night on the Strictly Come Dancing results show. BBC News reported that her sparse, dramatic songs about being a hormonal teenager have already won her a legion of loyal fans. And if you're a fan of artists like Taylor Swift and Maisie Peters, you will absolutely love Griff. Yard Act. Four-piece Leeds rockers Yard Act have had a sensational rise in popularity and success over the last few years. They were nominated for Prospect's EP of the Year for their remarkable 4-track release Dark Days, and have a full-length debut album coming in January 2022, which will no doubt be received with lots of praise from the indie scene and wider UK music industry. Their first headline UK tour completely sold out, and they were big festival favourites over the summer. As Loud and Quiet put it, Yard Act have all the ingredients for lasting intrigue, and we can't wait to hear more from them in the near future. Martha Skye Murphy. Martha Skye Murphy creates atmospheric and tantalising indie music with amazing soundscapes and the most captivating vocals you will ever hear. Her beautifully produced EP, Yours Truly, was nominated for the Prospect EP of the Year, and she's collaborated with previous Prospect nominees Squid on their hit track Narrator. Described by The Guardian as suspending her audience between euphoria and ease, Martha has such a refreshing and nuanced approach to songwriting. Della Xozed. At just 17 years old, Della Xozed is this year's youngest nominee. Based in Manchester, she produces a vibrant mix of pop, hip-hop and rap with sensational soundscapes. The Guardian described the inevitable arrival of a full record from Della Xozed as being something very special, and there's no doubt we'll be hearing a lot from her throughout 2022. Olivia Dean. British indie singer Olivia Dean began her career by collaborating with electronic powerhouse Rudimental. She was named as Amazon Music's 2021 Breakthrough Artist of the Year and was a standout favourite at All Points East Festival this summer. Citing Amy Winehouse and the Supremes as some of her key influences, which shine through her soulful and charismatic lyrics, she explains how her brain works as a sieve to extract lyrics from everyday life. Notion reported, Olivia Dean captures the unique energy of an ever-engaged Gen Z community in London. And we absolutely can't wait to hear more from her in the future as she continues to solidify her sound and her status as a rising star in the indie scene. Steam Down. Described by The Guardian as furiously energetic, they're key players in the British jazz renaissance and are bringing the genre back into the mainstream with their punchy and powerful performance style. Described by Mixmag as being a fusion of grime, afrobeat and funk, they're the first jazz band to be nominated in Prospect history. They're well and truly at the forefront of a new revolution for jazz music, and we absolutely can't wait to see more. Bree Runway. Bree Runway produces feminist power rap with elements of pop and R&B. Self-described as being like Lady Gaga and Lil' Kim had a love child, she originally began studying music production and began making beats at home with her friends, which eventually led to her singing and writing her own songs. She signed to EMI Records in 2018 and subsequently released her first commercial EP, Be Runway, in August 2019, followed by her debut mixtape, 2000 and Forever, in November 2020. The Evening Standard described Bree as the voice of the DIY generation. Her track ATM featuring the legendary Missy Elliott is a must listen, and if you're a fan of Doja Cat, then you'll be obsessed with Bree's sound and attitude. Wargasm. After their debut single, Postmodern Rhapsody, was released in 2019, nu metal duo Wargasm have taken the alternative scene by storm. After a string of successful singles and festival appearances, they've racked up over 200,000 monthly listeners on Spotify. They're the first metal band to be nominated in Prospect history and won Best UK Breakthrough Act at the Heavy Music Awards. Their unique combination of nu metal, electronic and punk make them really stand out. Revolver said that Wargasm pursue a mashup of nu metal, punk, electronic music, pop, hip-hop and everything else they damn well please. Zaizai. British Afrobeat rapper and songwriter, broke into the rap scene in the late 2010s with several successful singles including Mingle and Fine Girl. Described as having an eclectic sound that embraces many styles, Zaizai is a truly unique artist who isn't afraid to experiment with elements of pop and dancehall. Francis Baker. Nashville-born artist Francis Baker creates atmospheric and infectious indie pop tunes packed with R&B flair and nostalgic sounds from the 80s. She performed her first ever show at Rescue Rooms in Nottingham supporting Prospect champion Arlo Parks and is now signed to rising indie label Beatnik Records. The line of Best Fit said, "Baker toys with the geniality of airy vocals and something darker as she counsels a downward mood via her poetic lyricism." And if you're a fan of artists such as Clairo and Holly Humberstone, we highly recommend you listen to Francis Baker. CMAT. CMAT is the moniker of Sierra Mary Alice Thompson, a self-proclaimed global teen pop star based in Dublin, Ireland. She creates camp, vibrant indie pop with a distinct country flair. Releasing her debut single, Another Day KFC, CMAT explains, "I really wanted to highlight the humour and joy that can be found when people are at their most pathetic," which perfectly encapsulates everything that her sound is about. She recently supported Declan McKenna on his UK tour, with the Irish Times stating, "CMAT has developed into a fully unaffected, unambiguous, stone-cold, solid pop songwriter and performer." Wetleg. Isle of Wight duo Wetleg burst onto the music scene earlier this year and show no signs of slowing down. Their debut single, Chaise Lounge, went viral and has over 3 million views on YouTube. They create witty and provocative post-punk indie rock and are the perfect listen if you want something unique. With lots of people excited to see what they have in store, Dork said that Wetleg are quite clearly the best new band on the planet. And if that doesn't convince you to give them a listen, nothing will. Courting. Liverpool four-piece Courting are an alternative indie band unafraid to tackle hard-hitting topics like animal cruelty and racism, all with lyrics dripping in angst and wit. They perfectly balance a punk-esque attitude with British culture references and light-hearted elements, producing honest and thought-provoking prog rock tunes. NME stated that Courting showcase unflinching social observations delivered with a rampant sense of fun. Their EP, Grand National, was nominated for Prospect EP of the Year, and since then they've gone from success to success. NE. South London trailblazer NE creates honest and provocative rap and hip-hop with nostalgic tones. She was the original creator of the track Peng Black Girls, which went viral online after being covered by Georgia Smith, who's been an avid supporter of NE for several years. Her lyrics perfectly encapsulate the polarity of embracing her heritage and womanhood, whilst also highlighting the struggles that come with that, especially in the rap industry. She was described by Notion magazine as being one of the most exciting figures in the UK music scene. And NME stated that NE's voice is reminiscent of the golden age of hip-hop and its female empowerment movement, and we could not agree more. Smooth Boy Ezra. The Irish non-binary singer-songwriter Smooth Boy Ezra began producing stripped-back indie pop tunes in their bedroom for horny teenagers in love. They supported country sensation Orville Peck on the Irish leg of his tour. Unafraid to shy away from emotional topics, Ezra's music incorporates their feelings of not quite fitting in and using music as a way to express honesty and rawness in a totally stripped back way. NME wrote, Ezra has a knack for searingly honest indie rock, but scraped back to its bare, exposed bones. This really is just the beginning for Smooth Boy Ezra, and we'll be hearing so much more from them very, very soon. Shy Girl. Shy Girl is a multifaceted creator, working as a singer, songwriter, rapper, DJ, and founder of her own record label, NUXXE. She's collaborated with big-name artists including Slow Tie and has had tracks from her record label used in Rihanna's Fenty Beauty shows. Dazed magazine reported that Shy Girl is a shape-shifting rapper for head-splitting times. She incorporates elements of classic dance and pop with nostalgic rap, and we're so excited to hear her debut album, which is coming very soon. Talk show. Established in 2019, the London four-piece band exude post-punk energy and have gone from strength to strength in the last couple of years. They supported several big-name bands such as Fontaines DC and Squid, and collaborated with Eli Brown on the track Trouble earlier this year. Far Out described them as delivering pre-apocalyptic angst for a generation shredding the burden of political ineffectiveness, wary of change and tired of being cheated. They're incredibly versatile, experimental and love to mix up their sound, so make sure you check them out. Benwyn. Trinidad-born rapper, songwriter and producer Benwyn grew up surrounded by musical influences. His dad was a DJ and was introduced to folk music by his teacher in secondary school. BBC News stated that his unique blend of haunting hip-hop and downbeat R&B puts him in the company of singers like James Blake and Sampha. His mixtape demo tape Vega was shortlisted for the 2021 Hyundai Mercury Prize and was the first artist ever to be nominated on a mixtape and not an album. The rule on mixtapes not being allowed was in place for years, demonstrating that Benwyn is an incredibly special artist indeed. He was also nominated for Best Newcomer at the MOBO Awards and came third in BBC Sound of 2021. Elle Divine. Newcastle-based singer-songwriter Elle Divine signed to Warner Brothers Records and released her debut EP Growing Pains in 2017. Since then, she's co-written songs for electronic powerhouses Iconopop and Rudimental. If you love artists such as Liv Dawson and Dua Lipa, then you will absolutely love Elle Divine. Her non-apologetic power pop is exactly what the UK music scene needs right now, and was aptly described by Charlie XCX as being the motherfucking future. Aloya. Born in Saudi Arabia, Aloya moved to the UK aged 5 with her family as refugees. Listed as one to watch by The Guardian and described as sounding like little else at the moment, she produces versatile hip-hop with distinct R&B influences, as well as paying homage to her Middle Eastern heritage throughout her work. Released last year, she featured on Little Sim's EP Drop 6 and will go on to support her on tour. A fusion of genres, Aloya dances to the rhythm of her own drum, with The Guardian accurately describing her as a force to be reckoned with. New Dad. Four-piece indie band New Dad from Galway create dreamy, lo-fi pop with rich, diverse soundscapes and melancholic vocals. Their latest EP, Waves, which really solidifies their sound, was nominated for Prospect's EP of the Year. They sold out their first ever headline tour, showing the growth and enthusiasm of their fanbase. Described by DIY Magazine as a group to keep your eye on, they're most definitely one to watch. So expect to be seeing their name a lot in the near future. Lynx. Formerly known as Lynx Africa, they produce tongue-in-cheek queer anthems with danceable beats. Notion stated that Lynx's music is unpredictable, rendering listeners open-mouthed as well as open-minded, and was a massive fave at Latitude Festival. Featuring on 2 tracks with Frank Carter and the Rattlesnakes on their album Sticky, they've just finished supporting them on their UK and Ireland tour. Arguably one of the most unique artists in this year's lineup, if you're looking for an artist like no other, you have to check out Lynx. IVorian Doll. English rapper and internet personality of Ivorian descent, hence the name, Ivorian Doll creates powerful grime with empowering lyrics and unwavering attitude. She began her career as a YouTuber and describes falling into creating rap accidentally. She was nominated for Best Newcomer at the 2020 MOBO Awards and was a fan favourite at Wireless and Reading Festival over the summer. Citing legends Nicki Minaj and Lil Kim as key influencers, Notion said, Ivorian Doll's confidence and attitude comes through loud and clear in everything that she does. Pip Millet. Over the last couple of years, singer-songwriter Pip Millet has taken the UK by storm. She creates chilled R&B tracks infused with emotion and soul, combined with soothing, raspy vocals. She rose in popularity when Georgia Smith, a big supporter, added her to a Spotify playlist, and since then she's firmly established her place in the R&B world, garnering nearly 1 million monthly listeners on Spotify. Described by Notion magazine as the latest rising R&B star who is truly a writer at heart. We really can't wait to see what she produces next. Pink Pantheress. Viral TikTok sensation Pink Pantheress is more than just a one-hit wonder. After posting her original songs to the app while studying at university, the track Just For Me amassed more than 10 million plays on Spotify in its first week. Her sound blends together a lot of different genres, but she's previously labelled it as new nostalgic, which really encapsulates everything that she's about. As Pitchfork reports, her intimate, lived-in music succeeds where cheaper imitations fail. Some of her most popular tracks have a jungle and garage-inspired feel to them, as she cites Michael Jackson, Lily Allen, and K-pop as some of her many musical influences. A standout artist from last year, her popularity has absolutely skyrocketed, and we have no doubt that it will continue to do so throughout 2022. Well, there you have it. Those are our 25 nominees for this year's Prospect Music Award 2022. Oh my god, I'm so excited. There's some amazing, amazing people in this year's lineup. Don't go anywhere, because I'm about to read you the all-important terms and conditions and everything that you need to know on how to vote for your favourite. Voting is now open. Head over to our social media pages at Prospect Music Award to get the link to vote. Or you can vote via our website, prospect-music-award.webnode.co.uk. And if you're watching on YouTube, the link will be in the description. Your votes will be combined with the judges' scores to create an overall total. Both the judges and the public's favourite artist will automatically go through to the final, so your vote has never been more important. The 10 highest scoring artists will become the 2022 Prospect Music Award finalists and will be announced on Friday the 17th of December at 3 p.m, exclusively on our YouTube channel. With the second and final stage of voting opening immediately after all 10 finalists have been announced. You must only vote once during the first round of voting. Any duplicate votes will become invalid. You must choose 10 artists that you think deserve to go through to the final. Voting for more or less than 10 artists means that none of your votes will count, so don't do that. I'm warning you. Don't do it. Voting closes at 11:59 p.m. on Thursday the 16th of December 2021. Any votes cast after the closing time will not be counted. So don't do that either. Make sure you're on time. Set an alarm or something. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it and discovered some new artists. Make sure you go and check out your favourites and vote for them to get through to the next round. And if you're not already, make sure you're following us across all of our social media, because that is where we post all of our announcements, all of our exciting news about all of our artists. So make sure you're following us so you don't miss out. Thank you again for watching, and thank you so much for supporting the Prospect Music Award. We couldn't do it without you guys. I will see you guys next time in the next video. Bye!